I'm Kim Cullen, and this is my beautiful family. So I live with my daughter, my 7-year-old, who currently thinks she's going on 19 at the moment, and my partner, Steve. I started my business because I absolutely love networking with other people, and especially through Facebook groups. I believe in authenticity, and I believe massively in being authentic and being you. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start about Facebook groups posts versus Facebook page posts. And I know you've heard or you will be hearing more about Facebook pages and the differences soon, so I'll keep it brief. Okay, so there's quite a few differences between Facebook groups and Facebook pages, especially in regards to posting and the content inside them. In regards to groups, most of the posts will be seen first rather than pages, because with groups they primarily intended to have social activities like parties or groups of people with common interests, so they will be prioritized in the newsfeed. This is a little bit different to Facebook pages because then Facebook pages are much more business orientated. It's like a tool to help you, it's like a shop front, as if to say. And pages are more likely to contain promotions and ads, and marketing stuff that followers don't want to see all over their news feeds. Okay, so some of the benefits about using Facebook groups is one, groups provide a safe and secure community for your audience. They are private if you're choosing to be private, and they have more of authentic feel to them, meaning that you're able to build that know, that like, and that trust. They allow you to target a specific audience. Groups allow for more of an engaged and focused environment from your audience. They allow you the chance to showcase your expertise and dedication. So, for example, answering a question and then whoever asks a question, and then where everyone can see your answer, they're going to know that you're building that authority inside the group. You can also encourage and request feedback, market research. I mean, you can ask your audience what they want, and that literally gives you the ammo to write content about what they want. You can generate networking opportunities. Um, Facebook groups will also give you more organic exposure. They will give you the chance to discuss topics and will always keep your business at the top of their mind. You will become recognized as an authority in your field, which we said a little bit earlier. And you do this through answering questions, etc. Groups in general offer more value, and you are able to set up rules, post approvals, meaning that you're in control of spam, whereas on Facebook pages you can't do that. Also, a really good option about having Facebook groups is that you can create watch parties. And especially that they don't have to be your own videos. You can leverage other people's videos as long as they're public. You can search for the videos and then add multiple videos to the queue, which means that they're great for discussing industry news or educational content, for example. There's also other benefits from a Facebook group in general. So you've got the internal users. You can use them to arrange an event, to keep track of your staff. If you run a brick and mortar business, especially through this pandemic, that you're able to use a Facebook group to keep in touch with all your staff and keep them motivated and encourage them during this time. You are able to use Facebook groups for competitions and promotions, special offers, advertising, anything promotional as well. And it's just generally a direct line to your customers. Okay, so now a little bit more about Facebook types, or Facebook group types. So as you can see here, there's public, there's private and visible, and private and hidden. So public is just that, it's public, everyone can see who's in it, everyone can see what content you put in it, everyone can see everything, basically. Okay, they'll come up on your newsfeed, etc., and everyone will be able to see it. Private and visible is the new closed option in Facebook groups. So this means that they're a great option for businesses because it's searchable, but it's still controlled. So no spam bots can sneak in and basically ruin the fun for everyone else. Only current members can see who belongs to the group and what they're posting and sharing. But anyone on Facebook, however, can see who the admins are and who the moderators are, which is also great sometimes because they can connect with you and ask them to join the group. And then you've got the private and the hidden, which is the new secret group. And secret groups basically don't show up in any search engines at all, so they're invite only. So on this next page, I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration of how to create a Facebook group and what are the different ways that you can do it. So as you can see, go up to the create. This is one way of doing it. As you can see, the privacy settings are here. That's one way of doing it. Second way is to go into your groups and create a group, as you can see at the top. Again, name a group, add people, set the privacy settings. And then the last way to do it is through your business page. Naming your group is really important. It could make a huge difference for Facebook and Google search engines. So before you name your group, brainstorm what problems your ideal customer have and how your group will help them. So what you don't want people doing is joining thinking it's for them, but it's actually not, because that will decrease the search, the reach within your group. So I would also suggest that you get clear on your name as well before naming it, because you can only change your group name every 28 days. Okay. So make sure, like I said, make sure you use the words your ideal customer would use to find their problem, to find a solution to their problem. And if you want to use your name on it, like I said, with Kim or with Laura, etc., put your name at the end, because you want people to know whose group it is, but it's the first 18 characters of the group that are searchable by Google. So you want to be using them important keywords first. So a little bit more about setting up. As you can see here, this is my cover photo. The sizes are here. You need to ensure that you choose one that will reflect your brand in a way that you want to be seen, and that will help your Facebook group stand out. So this is usually the first thing that people see when they come across your group, that along with the description. I also recommend putting your description on your cover photo, not on it as such, but as a description of your cover photo. So this will be the description of your group. Be clear on what your group's about, how you can help them. It's not about you, it's about them. It's how you can help them, or how the group can help them. So as you said, the sizes are here as well. And again, think carefully about the type of person you want to attract. Right, before we go into the Facebook group settings, when it comes to your description of the group, think about what could you say that will both explain what your group aims to accomplish, and while at the same time getting them to want to stay. Okay, like I said, it's got to be about them. So here we have the Facebook group settings, and I just go through a little bit more about the social learning with a unit, and as you see, you'll see some through. So go into the group settings here. As you see, your group name is here. Again, think about them keywords. You also have a little emoji of which one you want to change it to, an icon. I will say here with the social learning, if you want units for your Facebook group, which is a great way of tidying up your content. For example, in my group, I have units for Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, etc. And it's just quite easy to find news articles or whatever I've posted within that category. And in order to have that, you need to have a social learning group, which is here. Here it shows you how to link your business page to your group. Although this is something I don't recommend at the moment, although I'm showing you here as an example. I find there's no evidence to prove this, but I found from my experience and from clients' experiences that if you unlink your business page to your group, engagement seems to be higher and reach seems to be higher. And again, there's no evidence to prove anyway. This is just personal experience. So this is how you link it. Also choose a colour that goes with your brand. This I like. You can customize your web address. So for example, this one here says facebook.com groups designed to network, which is the name of my business. And as you can see, you can do it with anything. You can type it as anything here. You can put game color and you can put your name, your business name. It just makes it tidier in all. So you have your privacy settings here again. Visible or hidden. You can change them every so often, but when you get a certain amount of members inside your group, you cannot. Here you have group badges, which I highly recommend as well. It just makes people feel important, and it also helps people know who admin or moderator is. I highly recommend that you put membership requests on, and within this ask some membership questions. For example, you can see mine here. What business or niche are you in, and are you struggling with anything at the moment? Not only does this give me an opportunity to help the member who wants to join my group, it also helps me with what contents to post out that can help them. I've also got, would you like my new free newsletter, which I don't send spam, and as you see here, it's just cool stuff to help your business grow. If so, what's your best email? These are not something that they have to fill in, but if they want my free newsletter every month, great. That's one way of growing my email list, and it also provides value to them. I've also got a question on here that asks them, well, explains to them that engagement is really important when it comes to business. And do your pinky promise to keep engaged within my group once you're approved, even if it's just a heart or a like. I also highly recommend that you have your group rules to take by, so they have to read your group rules to join the group. You can set up certain recommendations here, which I haven't set up, but these are to help you approve members, nearly members, faster. Posting permissions as well, admins only. I put mine on admins only, so it's only me that can approve anyone's posts or not approve it. I also have posting approval on. I love it when people share their content, but I don't like spam in my group, so this is one good way of controlling any spam or spam bots, etc., coming into my group and spamming it. All this shows you here where all the back stuff is, so the admin activity, notifications. Make sure you get notifications when someone joins a group. Here are the rules. I have simple rules. You can either use Facebook's already used rules, or you can make your own rules up. Now comes the important bit, is how to grow your Facebook group. Okay, first thing is to remember it's always about quality over content. You need your Facebook group to be built on quality content. Okay, so I have a saying that says, I would rather have 100 followers who love me than 1,000 who don't even know my name. And the same goes for Facebook groups. So I'd rather have a small amount of members, even if that shows 50, 100, 200, whatever small amount that you think it is, that opinions, than 30,000 people in my Facebook groups and the engagement level is really low and no one knows what anyone else is doing. So start off by inviting your friends. And when I say this, I do not mean click on invite everyone. I mean genuinely go and speak to them. Okay? Go and ask them if they'd like to support you or if this is the group for them. Explain to them what it's about. Don't be sending random messages to people you don't know. It's important that you build that rapport first. And if they're your friends, then maybe they would be interested to come and help you and just create some engagement before you start adding other people. With cold pitching people about your Facebook groups and randomly adding people to your Facebook group, it's just going to annoy them, and you're going to annoy them before they have the chance to fall in love with your group. Another great way to grow your Facebook group is social listening, and especially in other Facebook groups. You network with others, and if the time is right to bring in your Facebook group, then great, drop it in there. As you say, this might be super helpful for you. Link your group to your page. Now, this is different to linking your page to your group. Okay, so if you go to your page, you usually see sign up or learn more right underneath the cover photo. Well, you can change that to join group. And I highly recommend that you use that if you're growing your Facebook group. Also check out for cross promotion. So find similar Facebook groups or on other social media platforms and ask them if they want to help you and ask them if they're up for cross promotion. You can also have recommended groups as well. But like I said, always ask them before you start putting things about your group in other people's group. This way can be really effective, and it's a really effective strategy for quickly building your audience. But like I said, it's always quality over quantity. You just need to find the group. You just need to find the right groups to be able to pitch your idea to. Again, this one's quite similar, which is collaborating with other groups, asking if they can put your group up as a recommendation, like I mentioned before. Another way is to link in, so link your Facebook group to absolutely everything. Okay, so on the next page, I'll show you a few examples. So this is one way to do it, is by putting it at the bottom of your newsletters here. Here is another that says PS. Oh, I've just realized there's a mistake there, 1, 2, 3 instead of, it says 1, 2, 4, oh well. Yeah, so here you're linking your Facebook group to the bottom of the PS. Join my Facebook group here. Here on the right, you'll see my YouTube, which I have a few promotions going on here. And one of these is my Facebook group. Again, on your thank you pages, they work really well as well. Check your inbox when you're doing an opt-in. And down here you have Facebook. In your LinkedIn bio, in your LinkedIn bio and also in your Instagram bio as well, which is here. Absolutely great ideas. Another great idea is to find influencers who they have to be extremely relevant in your niche. But ask them to share your Facebook group amongst their followers as well. Don't be afraid of asking them. Don't be afraid of reaching out to influencers and asking them for this. You could offer something in return, I don't know, a product, a service, or a course. Engage with your current members. This is super important for growing your Facebook group. If you engage with them, they are going to tell other people how amazing your group is. Okay, you can always use ads as well, Facebook ads or Google ads or any kind of ads to help boost your Facebook group. You could also send a specific email sequence to say how amazing your group is, why they should join. Okay, so next we have what to post and how to engage. Okay, this is super, super exciting on my behalf. This is my favorite part. So again, quality content should always be the building blocks of your Facebook group. Okay, it's only with the right and original content that you're going to be able to build an amazing, healthy society that will grow organically and will have value and will stay engaged. So focus on creation, but don't be scared to put into curation either. Like you can see here, TikTok links, for example, sharing links or links to others, and also allowing your members to post their own as well. So here are just a few examples. We have daily prompts here, and we have Friday Fun Day, which we love in our group. We also have Mix and Mingle Mondays as an example. And my pro tip with this one is turn the comments off after that day is over, because that way, if someone can't comment on it and it doesn't go up back to the feed, which confuses everyone, well, it confuses me. So it's important to remember as well that finding inspiration for content is everywhere. We just need to know, we just need to recognize what we can use. Okay, so and one way to do this is by knowing exactly who your audience is and how you can help them. Again, here, engaging and fun photos are always great. They work well, as you can see with the comments here. Post Planner and Feedly has really good inspiration. Don't just copy and paste, because that's really rude. But if you do use it word for word, give credit to the author. But they're also really good. Post Planner and Feedly are also really good for getting inspiration for your own content. You can also leverage other people's content with the use of Snipply, so you can look into that. How to post do really well, especially within makeup and skincare niches, because everyone loves to know how to do something. Well, I do anyway. Review posts as well, as you can see here, are always great to put in your posts and to show everyone what you're made of. What do your customers think of you? What do your clients think of you? You need to share with the world. Also, behind the scenes are really good ones. I'm put one up here myself. It doesn't have to be anything too depressing, but you can show you're human. So, for example, a ton of washing that needs to do as you work from home is absolutely great, because it just shows that you're authentic and you're you. Promos as well, nothing wrong with a plain promo, but use them wisely, because you don't want to overdo them within your group, because they get annoying. Polls as well, who doesn't love a good poll? And these are really, really easy and great for market research. So for example, I did one which I couldn't find to put the picture up on here, I'm sorry, but I did one with who would win a fight between Batman and Spider-Man, and it just blew the internet up. It was absolutely crazy. Okay, so next we have tips on posting. Okay, so a few tips before posting, and this also works on your personal profile as well. So before posting on your personal profile or in your group, go and visit 5 to 10 people's Facebook groups or group posts. Okay, make sure they're your target audience. Like a couple of recent posts and comments, but make sure it's heartfelt as well, not just these like crappy comments that you go, oh, I love this, blah, blah, which you might do, but elaborate a bit on it. And when I say go back to recent posts, I don't mean going back to 1999, because that's just weird. But rather than use the like feature as well, use the love of the wow, of the care as we have now. And when posting, try not to post a direct link in your post it in the comments if you can. A few more tips are make use of white space as well. So spacing the paragraphs from text and images will make it easier for people to read. It'll make it look more appealing, and it'll make people stop and think, oh yeah, okay, what's this about? So it's important to remember that people spend a lot of time scrolling through the Facebook newsfeed. Okay, so what makes you special? Okay, what can you post that will catch their eye and make them notice you? If your post hasn't had any interaction within an hour, go back to it and leave a GIF in the comments, because then that will boost it back up to people's newsfeed, and different people might see it and interact with it. Okay, so this is the super, super, super important bit, and then we go on to next. When to post. Okay, there is no secret sauce here at all about when to post. Okay, it's all about testing and using your analytics. If you have 50 or less members in your group, you cannot see the analytics. So it's a case of monitoring everything that you do to see what works best. Even though there's no secret to when to post, I do recommend that you post at least once a day and probably no more than 3 times a day. But it is all to do with your group's insights and analytics, okay? So it's really important to understand that your group is unique. Between your audience, your product, your brand, and yourself, it's completely different to other people's. So by using a cheat sheet and a standard post this time, like it might not, engagement might not happen at all. It probably won't happen actually. Okay, so these are the analytics of my own group to show you. So if you just go down to the side on the left, you've got the about, etc., members, events, and if you go to here, group insights, you will be faced with something that looks like this. So I know this looks a bit crazy at the moment and super confusing, but it's actually not that confusing when you sit down and spend some time to look at them. You'll know what works best, what posts work best, and what kind of posts your members are liking, etc. Okay. Okay, I thought I'd put a few recommendations together for you before I head off. So, always welcome new members. I think this is the most important section that you will ever do. Everyone needs to feel welcomed. Give them a chance to explain where they're from, what they do. It could be, it's up to you, but you could let them, if they're business owners, you could let them post links of their work or portfolios. It's just, and it also shows the group that you value everyone that comes into your group, okay, by doing this. Always create rules. I'm not saying everyone's going to listen to them or abide by them, but if you've got rules in place, then you have more chance of a more efficient working Facebook group. You could also ask for moderators to help you in regards to moderating and looking at any spams that come through or comments, etc. This could help with a lot of stress that you might have in running a Facebook group. Another really good one is always make use of the join-in questions as well. They're great to get people's email addresses, like I said, but they also have a choice. It's not forcing them to give you their email address, but you're also giving something in return. But the most important thing is as well, they keep out bots and they keep out trolls as well. But then it's still up to you if you want to accept them or not if they don't answer the questions. So in order for your group to thrive, it needs regular attention. Okay, it's basically like looking after a cat. Okay, you need to be in there. I'm not saying be in there 24/7, but you need to be in there. You need to be able to show yourself. If that's through video, through lives, through content, through anything, you need to be in there quite regularly, and it needs attention, and you need to learn how to what works and what doesn't work. Always make use of the top contributors as well. This helps your group members engage, and it also encourages them to be more active in your group. You could also give a little prize to the first, the second, the third, or the first, or you don't have to do that. You could just have a virtual party with them. And last but not least is make use of the top posts as well. And all these can be shown in your insights. Okay, so the top posts will help you hone in on the most relevant posts, and again, add into your capacity to understand what's working and focus more on that rather than what's not working. Okay, and that's it from me, and I really hope that was useful. And again, if you have any questions, please just feel free to post them in the comments below, and I will try my very best to answer them for you. Have a beautiful day, and thank you once again for listening.